everybody. It's good to see you guys. It is getting very, very close to KBIS. And here with me is Leanne Wood, principal at Flying Camel Advertising and PR, and chief of everything social media and programming at KBIS. So she'll tell us about this in just a little bit. And I'm, of course, Veronica Miller, your host, and the founder of Designhounds and of Designhounds Talks. And this is Designhounds Talks news and events. Very short, very rapid fire, all the information you need to know about upcoming events. So here we go, Leanne. Thank you for joining me from a very cold and frosty and very, very snowy Canada. We're all looking to you guys for many things right now. So
You don't want our weather right now, Veronica.
I'll even take your weather right now if I
Although
could
it's
just be
really
an
pretty.
honorary Canadian, which I've been offered
Yes.
before. So that may come in handy here very soon. But you know what? I want you, this is like a 5-minute deal. So I want you to run with what we can expect in terms of programming at KBIS 2025, which is a week away.
Sure. And I have to say, it's going to be hard to stick to 5 minutes because there's so much programming this year. We've done you can go to the next slide. We programmed the KBIS Next Stage, the Luxury Lounge, and the brand new podcast studio that we're very, very excited about. So we'll dive in. I just want to give you some highlights from the stage, from the lounge, and from the podcast. And I do want to point out that they are very far apart. Veronica and I were just talking about this, but the stage is at the back of the South Hall. The lounge is at the back of the North Hall. So if you are plotting, and I'm going to do some recommendations about planning your days out, if you are plotting, please keep distance in mind. It's far, it's very far. Okay, so the stage highlights 4 content tracks with these 4: wellness, business and trends, sustainability, and technology. We've got 3 amazing hosts this year: the fabulous Don McLean, Sophie Donaldson, and Breegan Jane. 12 thought leadership panels and activations, 5 NKBA activations. And Veronica, you can touch on that because I know how involved you are in Global Connect. And there's some actually fascinating stuff from Global Connect this year. And 3 award ceremonies: the NKBA 30 Under 30, the Best of KBIS, and the Best Booth Awards. And I thought just to get, Design Bites as well is it's the 10th anniversary of Design Bites this year, which is very hard to believe, Veronica, as we were both concepting the very first one 10 shows ago. We've got very popular host back for the 3rd time, Darren O'Keefe, if anyone knows him. And
Yes.
I think that's a typo. It's Darren O'Keefe, and I keep doing that. So sorry about that, Darren. He is the dancing carpenter, and he's so much fun. We've got 3 great judges: Allison Victoria, John McLean is going to sit down and judge, and Stacey Schumacher Rowan, who is the editor-in-chief of Hospitality and Design. Look
Well,
at all the brands on the bottom there. They are going to
that's
be ahead in KBIS's Ultimate Product Showdown. All
That
the
isn't,
products
you know what I
coming.
love? It's that it's such a great mix. So you have these big names, these well-known brands, and then you've got other names in here that I've never heard of. I'm just going to point out Potty Sniffer. I can't wait to hear what that's all about. But it's such a cool program because the show is so big, and it
Mhm.
just gives people a chance to take a look at what looks to be 11 presenting brands, right?
It
Is
is
that right?
11.
Yeah,
And I do have to say that even some of the brands that you might have heard of are coming out with some really intriguing products this year.
that's
Um,
cool.
yeah, so I think it's a wonderful lineup, and we're really, really excited about it. So please join us at noon on Tuesday, the 25th, at the KBIS Next Stage for Design Bites. It's honestly, it's informative, but it's really fun too. So please join us. And then some of the faces that you'll see on the stage, got our host, John McLean, in the left corner there. We've got the NKBA Design Council that is next to him on the screen. Michelle Smith-Boyd, Tom Felicia, amongst others. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of, I hadn't, believe it or not, heard of Homeworthy until
Hmm? Yeah.
Allison Kenworthy came on I don't know, Veronica, I don't know everything in the industry. Isn't that crazy?
Well, you're still young, so they're still
Yeah,
learning.
exactly.
As a much older person myself, I can assure you there's time to learn it
Yes.
all.
Anyways, Allison Kenworthy is I think it's a 3-time Grammy Award winning producer. She used to be on Good Morning America, and now she's in the home space as the founder of Homeworthy, and she's moderating a few panels for us, which is great. One of them being Fearless Design with Beth DiTolo and Carolina Gentry, which you'll see there. We've got people, don't we love the Pulp Girls? They are so much fun. And if you want to come to that, not only will you learn, but it's really good for a laugh. They are so they're like
original Designhounds, the original Designhounds. So that's all I
yes,
can say.
yes,
Very cool.
exactly. And then we've got, iconic designer Matthew Quinn. We've got Richard Aniskevich. I think I have another. So this is just day one. This is just day one.
Wow.
Day two.
That's a lineup.
Yes. Switch over to this next slide. Sophie Donaldson is our host. We've got Matt Saunders, who, just going to name drop here, designed Miley Cyrus's house. Very cool. He's also a leading voice in sustainability. Ariane Balazar, who everyone knows and loves, another former Designhounds. Jill Cohen's on the stage.
Not former, not at all former. Don't start that.
Okay, always and ever, yes. We flipped the switch on a getting published topic this year, and we're having a designer interview editors to get right down to the nitty gritty of why and how to get published. So Jill, we are so honored that she said yes to this. It's amazing. And then for our Disruptor series, we've got, look at these cool women, honestly. Price and Maya, they are the founders of Alchemist Paint. Please come and hear their entrepreneurial journey. And then we've got Lisa, and I'm losing her last name, but she's very cool. Lisa, is it McMadden? You guys, you have to realize I have 29 panels going. So if I slip,
that's fine. We'll come see Lisa on the stage.
Lisa,
and I know we're going to share. We're going to drop the schedule into the comments in all of our publications here below, so people can refer back to all the scheduling. Otherwise, you can go to KBIS.com and get the KBIS Next Stage programming, and people line up.
Yes, and this is day 3. Quickly, it's a truncated day, but still some great names. Breegan Jane is hosting. To her right, I guess, is Erica McLean, and she is a former Olympian turned designer.
Very cool. And what was she doing in the Olympics? Do you know?
She was on the track and field team.
Very cool.
So she, I think 3 Olympics ago, and so her perspective on wellness is very, very interesting from the professional athlete side. We also have Elena Capra, which is our KBB Person of the Year. And we've been trying to get these two together on stage because of the connection between design and technology. But Bill Darcy and Daryl Friedman are going to sit down together and discuss just that, the future of technology in design. And that is at 11, I believe,
on Thursday.
Yes, on Thursday. So please join us for that. And yeah, so that's just a few. That isn't all the speakers. That's just a few that I, smiley faces that I pulled out. The lounge, and just reiterating again, back of the North Hall, very far away from the stage. If you want to take in all of this programming, hot topics and luxury, you can see that we're covering everything there. We have some interactive sessions. A really fun one is the style file, and it's with Richard Aniskevich and Nina McGaughan, 2 very stylish designers, and we're talking about personal branding. And we also have a color expert there who's not only going to check their colors and see if they are dressing appropriately, but there's also an opportunity for some audience participation there, which is going to be really fun.
Very cool. I need that. I'll be there for that. Thank you very much. I could never figure that out.
Yes, it's like, Leanne, don't wear brown. Okay, I won't.
What am I? Please tell me. Just always black. What does that make me?
I know. We've got some fireside chats. Sophie Donaldson and Corey Damon Jenkins. Corey's going to be giving away some books, which is amazing. And fireside chat with Allison Kenworthy from Homeworthy and Nathan Orsman, who is the lighting designer to the stars, and talk about name dropping of the projects that he's worked on. Like I can drop names like, Oprah. So there you go. So that's going to be really fun. And then please join. There's a closing lounge party with the luxury edit. 3 designers, Sarah Robertson, Ariane, and Julie Ireland, are going to give their perspective on, after walking the show floor, on the latest in luxury. And we're also having a little bit of a closing party with Prosecco and snacks and everything for the lounge. And Julie Ireland did design the lounge this year. It's going to look very different. Some faces here. I'll let you look at these, but everyone from, as I said, from Corey Damon Jenkins to Brian Brown, good friend of mine, Sarah Robertson, DJ Carey. So there's a lot of people here in the lounge ready to talk luxury, and it's going to be fantastic programming. I think I have one more slide on that. Do I? Oh, no, it's the podcast studio. There we go. We had some amazing people raise their hand to do podcasts from the show. Josh Cooperman is doing I'm not sure if it's a 6 or 10-part series of KBIS. He's the main host of the KBIS podcast studio. And then we have these 8 fabulous podcasters coming in to record their show from the show with some amazing guests. So the schedule is now up on kbis.com. Just if you guys look for all the programming, you go to features on the show and you'll see stage, lounge, podcast studio, and all the features of the show. Just so you're not spending too much time looking for it. But all the schedules are there and we're very excited. And some recommendations for people, if you're new to the show or if you've been many times before, the app is really, really great this year. Please download it and use it. You can actually click on the sessions of all the schedules, like for the lounge and the podcast studio and everything, and it'll go right into your calendar. So please use that. It's a great way to plot out your day. Please attend some sessions that you're very interested in and ask the questions in the Q&As. Connect with all the speakers, share your experiences, and please, as the social media agency for KBIS, please tag us and we will share. Do fun things like go to the bath. It's always a good time. It's great to see everyone that you saw in the booth looking all formal during the day and relaxing and carrying on those conversations. Form relationships. Don't be shy. Introduce yourself to everyone. The relationships that are built at KBIS are amazing. Hydrate and pack snacks so you don't have to line up at a snack bar. Just put those almonds in your backpack, something like that. And this is a funny thing. We just talked about that. Everyone says, yeah, let's do it. Oh, we'll do that when we get back. Record everything that you said you would do and then do it after the show. So those are our big recommendations for taking in the full KBIS experience, KBIS 2025, which starts a week tomorrow. Today.
So it does. That was
Yes.
Perfect timing. And yes, on the distance, seriously, from North Hall to South Hall to get to the KBIS Next Stage, probably a solid 30 minutes walk. So I would say, right? I think from the back of North Hall for sure. And so definitely allow yourself time. Make a strategy on the things you want to see. Don't miss out on the smaller vendors, Discovery District, and all those areas, because I think it's really, really important to give those folks some love and also to understand what really is new in and trending in the industry. And of course, I'll add the Global Connect Lounge, which is also in South Hall on the way to the KBIS Next Stage. South Hall, down the middle, all the way at the end is KBIS Next Stage. Halfway down the middle is the NKBA booth and the Global Connect Lounge. So come see us there because we'll all be there. But this has been...
KBIS podcast studio is right in the registration area of the South Hall as well.
It's right in the front.
And there's a lounge area around it if you want to sit and listen. So literally South Hall is packed with programming this year. And Veronica, I touched over I know there's some pretty big Global Connect events on the stage quickly. The Windsor Declaration, can you talk a little bit about that?
We do have the Windsor Declaration, which is spearheaded by the BMA, the Bathroom Manufacturers Association of England, who also now have a UK pavilion, also in South Hall, right by the NKBA booth. So we're excited about that. And a bunch of these leaders in the industry, C-suite representatives from Toto, from Kohler, from several other companies, as well as Bill Darcy, as well as some of the UK representatives, got together at Windsor Castle and signed an accord to where they are all moving forward, finding ways to collaborate on water scarcity and water purity worldwide. So these are really big commitments. This is coming from the NKBA. NKBA is not a lobbying association, but certainly will do their part. particularly on the public relations side. So we're bringing all of those folks together. We're also talking about European furniture and the sustainability of it. They're back to back, coming at us from the Global Connect department, which I get to spearhead. And I know people always ask, how do I get involved at KBIS, especially 2026 will be in Orlando. So I might see a slightly different audience, maybe some different brands that are kind of looking at that East Coast market a little bit more closely. Who can people contact if they'd like to have a speaking opportunity? And also, when do you really normally plan? Because I know we get people asking in like January, hey, can I do a talk? And that's kind of not how it works. So very briefly, give us a rundown on
I
how
had
you
someone
like.
last week ask if there was any room on the stage, and I'm like,
Yeah,
don't think
next year.
so. So we do put out a call for speakers in September, which please, if you do that, we ask a question, what is your point of view on a specific topic? A lot of people just copied and pasted their bios in the application, so we didn't have any context. So for the speaker application, please answer the question and tell us some of your unique point of views. If you don't see that, it is publicized very well by the show, but KBIS at flyingcamel.com. You can also drop us a note, but the ideal timing for that would be August, September. Don't wait. By Christmas time, we are already trying to finalize scheduling. All the behind the scenes, we've got directories, we've got the website, all of this stuff has to be done well in advance. So please keep that in mind if you have a unique point of view or something that you want to bring to the stage, please let us know in that August, September timeframe. And once again, that's KBIS at flyingcamel.com.
Beautiful. Thank you, Leanne. Thanks for joining me. And I know you have no extra time to spare this week, so I'm going to send you back off and shovel some snow while you're at it.
Yeah.
And it's enough now. And I'll see you next week and everybody else.
Hey, thanks everybody.